Hi guys, my name is Charlene and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're just going to talk about what are the hardest truths that you'll ever face in selling your artwork and why people aren't buying your artwork. You can't just create whatever you want and expect people will line up and to buy it. Now, don't get me wrong, personal, passion-driven artworks is amazing. If you want to make a living, your art needs to connect with people. Okay, let's start about the harsh truth. The harsh truth about creating an artwork is not all about you. You need to create something that wherein people will be able to make a connection on your artwork. Like for example, if you're creating a simple artwork wherein there are different colors but it is enticing to you, but to them it's not, because they just want something elegant and simple. So there are a lot of people who has different preferences in terms of artwork. You need to bear in mind that there are types of different customers that we are catering. So you need to create an artwork wherein the market has the general kind of taste, the taste in art. Of course, you need to identify your audience. Identify the audience, like target market. What's your target market in the country? Like for example, you're here in the UAE. Most of the people were into, let's say, Dubai buildings, or let's say they want to do like boho arts, or they're into like mosque artworks, things like that. Or if they are tourists, they're probably looking for an artworks that has like the Dubai Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, or simply it's just because, like for example, they're into animes, or you need to find a niche wherein there's a market for it. Research and adapt. You need also to do a research about how do you create videos or reels or YouTube shorts or YouTube long form videos that can attract people to buy from your products. Like for example, if you're trying to sell an artwork like me, probably you can create like a DIY tutorial of how to make a planner, or even how to create some, mug glasses or tumblers. So you need to create an art that bridges what you love with what your audience wants. And also adapt to change. Every time there are different types of trends that we need to adapt, especially if you are an artist. Doesn't mean that you are copying. This means you're trying to pay attention. You need to put yourself on the audience shoes. Like for example, will you stop scrolling on these reels? You need to gain a curiosity. Like for example, let people get curious on what you are doing, like behind the scenes, or time-lapse videos, or tutorials, reels. So there are different things that you need to adapt, especially now that we're in a fast pace in terms of creating videos, especially you wanted to attract more audience to your platform. Like for example, me, why I started creating a planner. Like I said before in my videos, I started my planner since then. Before, when I was, I think, in high school, it's because, I saw my mother before is always writing on her planner or on her journal, whatever it is, just to write down the things that she felt that day, or it serves like a diary, to be honest. Like how can she able to cope up the day, and raising 3 children, and then so I think the good part about sharing your story, people get to feel that connection with you. Like, oh, I need this kind of planner or journal, I somehow can relate to him or her. So when people feel like they are connected to you, they are more likely to buy from you, and they can lead to also like customer attention. We're walking marketeers that will help you to get more customers. And then provide value. As much as possible, make it a two-way street. If you give something of value, they will probably like and share your posts or reels and probably make purchase from you. Either you can just share some tips or tricks about how to use your journal, how to rinse your tumbler, or how do you able to, like for example, start your day with a journal, things like that. It could be educational, emotional thing. wherein that they will learn from you. Or it could be also like sharing your ideas on how to start a business. So just to keep in mind, your value is not always about utility or something, or probably you can just make them smile or happy with the videos that you are creating. It could be also like a cozy afternoon creating some, your products, or probably you can do also like inspirational videos that will help them to motivate their day, things like that. Next is try to create an engagement. This is one of the things that I'm really having a hard time right now, is trying to create an engagement. Lately, I became more introvert person, and I get burnt out a bit, like, answering a lot of curious things like that. And yeah, it's normal, but you need to, as much as possible, time to time, try to, as much as possible, to create an engagement to your social media platform. And why is that? It's because, as what I said, that you need to create a connection towards to your audience that will lead to purchase. Creating a post or stories like questions: how do you think about this product? How do you think about this color for this product? Like, you're asking their opinion on these things, then they feel like valued, or at the same time they feel like they are part of the journey of making that product. Or probably you can create also a fun time, like for example a giveaway or rewards if they guess the word. So you just need to be consistent, at the same time do your research. Lastly is sharing your story. Try as much as possible to share a story about on how do you create that product, by providing value as well. In that way that they can feel that they have connection with you and with that product. Let's see people human behind that work and not all AI, because most of the people like to see how do you create or craft that product and artwork, probably turn into a product. And yeah, they feel like, it's something valuable, that, oh, this one came from someone who did a lot of hard work. You can share a painting wherein this painting that heals you. Why are you painting that day? Probably it heals you. Probably that artwork you can also sell it, because it can probably heal that person as well. So there are ways to share your story. It could be behind the scenes on how do you create that artwork. So yes, I do hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I wish you all the best, especially in creating your artworks. And yeah,